change. Is ready to provide you a number of informations from the business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Wicky Adrian, this is Market Headlines. After experiencing minus growth for 3 consecutive quarters, the Central Bureau of Statistics, or BPS, reported that Indonesia's economic growth throughout 2020 contracted by 2.07%.
After experiencing minus growth for 3 consecutive quarters, the Central Bureau of Statistics, or BPS, reported that Indonesia's economic growth throughout 2020 contracted by 2.07%. This realization is in line with the government's projection, which estimates economic growth throughout 2020 in the range of minus 2.2% to 1.7%. Meanwhile, on a quarterly basis, economic growth in the fourth quarter contracted 0.42% and minus 2.19% year-on-year.
Indonesia P2P mengalami kontraksi sebesar 0,42% dan pertumbuhan ekonomi Indonesia Y-on-Y dibandingkan dengan triwulan keempat tahun 2019 mengalami kontraksi sebesar 2,19%. Secara kumulatif, pertumbuhan ekonomi Indonesia pada tahun 2020 dibandingkan dengan tahun 2019 mengalami kontraksi sebesar 2,07%.
According to expenditure on an annual basis, all components contracted, with household consumption recorded the deepest decline. Head of BPS Suharyanto explained that the economic performance showed an improvement when compared to the third quarter of the same year. However, the recovery progress is still quite weak. From Jakarta, Fajar Wayong for IDX Channel.
Not only reporting negative economic growth, the Central Statistics Agency, or BPS, also reported a decline in sales of cars and motorcycles throughout 2020. BPS said that the decline was influenced by COVID-19 pandemic, which has yet to end.
Not only reporting negative economic growth, the Central Statistics Agency, or BPS, also reported a decline in sales of cars and motorcycles throughout 2020. BPS said the decline was influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic, which has yet to end. Head of BPS Suharyanto said that along with the decline in car sales, production has also decreased. On a year-on-year basis, it decreased by 38.09%.
Demikian juga untuk penjualan mobil secara wholesale, secara Q2Q-nya naik tinggi 43,98%, tetapi Y-on-Y-nya masih turun 41,83%. Kalau kita bandingkan dengan triwulan ketiga tahun 2020, terjadi peningkatan yang sangat besar, yaitu 82,21%. Tetapi kalau kita bandingkan Y-on-Y, produksi mobil ini masih mengalami penurunan yang cukup dalam, yaitu 38,09%.
Not only car sales, BPS also reported that motorcycle sales had a very sharp decline, namely around 49% on an annual basis. This certainly affects the consumption of the lower class society.
Penjualan sepeda motor yang lebih mencerminkan konsumsi untuk masyarakat lapisan bawah, secara wholesale pada triwulan keempat ini hanya sebesar 786.502 unit. Artinya, secara Q2Q turun 20,56%. Bahkan kalau kita bandingkan dengan posisi triwulan keempat tahun 2019, penurunannya juga sangat tajam, yaitu sebesar 49,83%.
This decline in car and motorcycle sales was one of the components that contributed to the contraction of the Indonesian economy in 2020, where annually the Indonesian economy contracted by 2.07% in 2020. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
The government, through the Coordinating Ministry for Maritime Affairs and Investment, ensures that the Tesla investment plan proposal has been accepted. The government confirms that virtual negotiations with Tesla will soon be held.
The government, through the Coordinating Ministry for Maritime Affairs and Investment, ensures that the Tesla investment plan proposal has been accepted. Deputy for Investment and Mining Coordination, Sabtian Haryoseto, say that after receiving the proposal, his party will hold a virtual meeting related to the negotiations and presentations with Tesla. This meeting will also involve Antam and Inalu.
Terkait dengan Tesla, proposal saya sudah terima kemarin pagi. Kemarin pagi kita sedang pelajari secara internal. Next week kita akan ketemu mereka untuk mendapatkan penjelasan secara resmi, secara langsung dari mereka terkait dengan proposal yang akan mereka ajukan. Saya tidak bisa membuka detailnya, terus terang teman-teman, karena dari sisi mereka juga sangat sensitif, artinya mereka juga tidak mau dibuka terlebih dahulu kepada publik.
Even though the details of what will be invested cannot yet be published, the government mentioned two things that have been planned by Tesla, including the construction of an electric battery factory in Indonesia and an energy storage system. From Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
The government's policy to restrict community activities in Java and Bali has suppressed hotel and restaurant financial performance. For example, there are as many as 50 hotels and restaurants in Yogyakarta which are confirmed as bankrupt since the restriction began.
Yogyakarta can get insanely crowded in long weekends or public holidays, but not anymore as the government applies policy to restrict community activities in Java and Bali. As a result, hotel and restaurant financial performance has been heavily damaged. The chairman of Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant Associations for Yogyakarta stated that there are 50 hotels that are no longer operating or declared bankruptcy after the impositions of restrictions on community activities.
Adanya kebijakan PPKM jilid pertama ini menjadikan tingkat hunian semakin merosot dan ini memukul kita semua. Ada 30 hotel dan restoran di PPKM jilid pertama yang menyatakan tutup karena tidak kuat lagi untuk beban operasional maupun yang lainnya. Kita terbebani oleh PLN, BPJS, kemudian pajak-pajak, dan lain-lain karena argo itu terus berputar, sementara pemasukan itu tidak berimbang dengan pengeluaran kita.
The closure of hotel and restaurant operations in Yogyakarta is because business sectors are very burdened by the employee cost to electricity, while the income from gas is very low because these days the hotel occupancy rate only reached 5 to 10%. Jakarta, Ricky Anwardi for IDX Channel.
Market headlines will be right back after the break. Stay tuned. The toll road is one of the vital infrastructures to connect Indonesia. Therefore, the government implements toll road advanced technologies as part of strategic work plan in 2021.
Technology is easing the way we live and applicable to every aspect, including toll road. Head of Toll Road Regulatory Agency, Danang Parikesit, said that the government is transforming transaction system that has been started since 2017, one of which is the MLFF or multi-lane free flow, which starts in late 2021 so that in the future there will be no toll booths and toll road users, but it will be connected by satellite for toll road payment processing. Reason why Indonesia's toll road payment mechanism is transformed to non-tapping one is because it will ease transactions, hence speeding up the transactions time. One of the major problems in Indonesia, especially in the Jakarta region, is that there are often enormous queues out of vehicles at the toll road entrance or exit gate.
Ada 4 informasi teknologi yang akan kita mulai di tahun 2021 ini. Yang pertama, seperti yang banyak diketahui dan diberitakan tadi Pak Endra juga sudah menyampaikan, itu adalah multi-lane free flow, yang itu memberikan manfaat user experience yang lebih tinggi, di mana para pengguna jalan tidak lagi harus melakukan tapping di gate, di gerbang. Dan dia menggunakan sensor yang disepakati adalah menggunakan teknologi GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System, untuk mengenali kendaraan dan mengidentifikasi kendaraan tersebut, sehingga transaksi yang dilakukan itu bisa dilakukan dengan menggunakan sensor.
Not only multi-lane free flow, intelligent toll road system or ITR techniques will be applied as well. ITR techniques will be used for heavy vehicles so that they are able to weigh and measure the dimensions of heavy vehicles automatically using the technology or WIM or weigh in motion. This will be applied in early 2023. Besides that, Danang also mentioned that this year, government will conduct technology identification tasks to trace holes and cracked roads on the toll road. Jakarta, Adi Firmansyah, IDX Channel.
Yeah, one of the most vital foundations of economy is infrastructure, especially infrastructure that connect Indonesia as a whole, which is toll road. The Ministry of Public Works and Housing through the Toll Road Regulatory Agency has recorded that by the end of 2020, government has operated 2,345 kilometers of toll road. The number keeps growing as government is optimistic to develop more in upcoming years. So how will be the toll road development in 2021? Let's see it through the next graphic. This is toll road development in 2021. There will be as much as 17 toll roads with the length of it as much as 410 kilometers. 115.8 kilometers will be on non-trans toll road segment. 101.6 kilometers will be on Jabodetabek toll road segment. And the longest one, 192.4 kilometers, will be on Trans-Sumatra toll road segment. And with more than 140 kilometers to go, it is expected that the length of toll roads will reach 4,500 kilometers with a daily transaction target of reaching 7 million transactions every day in 2024. And back in 2020, daily transactions were only 3.4 million. The number decreased by 26% compared to 2019 due to the pandemic. Thus, in terms of supporting the development of inter-regional connectivity and accessibility in Indonesia, the availability of more toll road will result in substantial investment value, job creation, and logistic cost efficiency in each region. And as the role is very vital, thus the development of toll roads in Indonesia requires more integrated management system. And related to this, the Toll Road Regulatory Agency is ready to implement a number of technologies as part of a strategic work plan in 2021. And what are those? Let's see it through the next graphic. This is ongoing toll road technology in 2021. The first one is multi-lane free flow, weigh in motion, artificial intelligence for cracked roads, building information modeling, and remote sensing to test gas emission. And first is the multi-lane free flow. It's a system that allows free flow, high-speed tolling for all highway users With MLFF, toll lanes at toll plazas can be replaced with ordinary multi-lane road segments. So users only put tags in their vehicles, then it will be automatically detected at the toll gates. Then there is weigh in motion that is able to weigh and measure the dimensions of heavy vehicles automatically. And next, there is artificial intelligence for tracing holes and cracked roads on toll roads. And next, there is a building information modeling, remote sensing to test gas emission. Among of all technologies, MLFF, or multi-lane free flow, is the technology that is now going on. So how is the implementation so far? Let's see it on the next graphic. This is the multi-lane free flow implementation. By November 6, 2018, it was held project initiation. And by February to September 2019, it was held a feasibility study. Initial approval was held on October 2019, and it continued by doing the tender from July to December 2020, and MLFF 50% implementation in 2022, and MLFF 100% implementation will be held on 2023. We compiled the data from Toll Road Regulatory Agency, or BPJT. The technology makes the future. There will be no toll booth, and toll road users, but it will be connected by satellite for toll road payment processing. Based on highly conservative calculations, introduction of a multi-lane free flow could save from 0.5 minutes up to 5 minutes per transaction, depending on the length of the queue. Assuming that 30 seconds per transaction, maximum 10 vehicles in the queue in case of normal condition. And this itself justifies the need for a free-flow electronic toll collection system on the Indonesian highway network. But not only that, there are many advantages behind the multi-lane free flows implementation. Let's see the next graphic. These are the list of multi-lane free flow advantages. The first one, lower cost to maintain and operate toll road. And the second one, traffic congestion at toll plazas can be reduced. Minimum toll operations or operators required, and users don't have to tap, only have to get sticker tag. And to sum up, the introduction of free-flow electronic toll collection system may result in savings and toll collection costs through a modern e-payment system that offers flexibility and convenience to all users. And transformation means creating added value, then innovation means the growth of new ideas as well as modernization. And we hope that this advanced technology can emphasize the experience of toll users and toll road management. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.
Kementerian Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif telah menyiapkan 3 program yang menjadi langkah awal untuk membangkitkan pariwisata di tahun 2021.
Pemerintah menegaskan bahwa di awal tahun 2021 ini tetap fokus pada aspek kesehatan masyarakat.
Kita melihat bahwa tren positif itu terjadi karena pertumbuhan kuartal ke kuartal itu sudah di 5,05%.
Pemerintah memastikan akan mengubah bantuan sosial di wilayah Jabodetabek dari skema bantuan sembako menjadi bantuan langsung tunai.
And we're on the last segment. At the Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement earlier today, JCI was open at the level of 6,136.39. Then approaching the closing time of the first session, the index was on the level of 6,126.84. Then the index was showing strengthening trend by the second session closing time. Index was closed at the level of 6,151.73. In short, JCI went up 0.73%. And this is the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. Opened at the level of 14,062. Rupiah was also showing weakening trend towards US dollar. It was closed at the level of 14,052. In summary, rupiah down by 0.84%. According to SOE Minister Erick Thohir, there will be 12 SOEs to go public. These 12 soon-to-be listed companies are now already in IDX pipeline.
Minister of State-Owned Enterprises Erick Thohir conveyed that 12 SOEs will soon conduct initial public offering or IPO on the Indonesia Stock Exchange. This will be done within the period of 2021 to 2023.
Untuk 3 tahun ke depan, saya bersama para wamen, dan ini menjadi bagian tadi, transparansi, good corporate governance, kita akan melistingkan lebih banyak BUMN lagi, anaknya atau cucunya. Di pipeline, saya nggak mau bilang angka fixnya, nanti dicari-cari. Tapi ada 8 sampai 12 yang kita akan go publican.
Erick also confirmed that the state-owned companies that will be listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange are companies that have a long-term strategy with a clear roadmap. This aims to encourage the strengthening of competitiveness both domestically and also globally as a part of country's transformation. Jakarta, Wicky Adrian for IDX Channel.
In the midst of the current market rally, many companies plan to carry out an initial public offering. According to Indonesia Stock Exchange, as of February 4th, 2021, there are 27 potential issuers in the IDX IPO pipeline.
IPO market proved to be more resilient than expected in 2021. According to Indonesia Stock Exchange, as of February 4, 2021, there are 27 potential issuers in the IPO pipeline. Director of Listing of IDX, Gedung, Consumer Clinicals is the sector with the highest number of candidate issuers, namely 6 companies, followed by the basic material sector, which consists of 4 companies. Then, each of the 3 companies is classified into the consumer non-clinical sectors, such as property and real estate and technology. Then, the industrial sector and infrastructures are filled by 2 companies respectively. Furthermore, 2 other companies are included in transportations and logistics sectors as well as the energy sectors. Meanwhile, the remaining 2 companies cannot yet determine their sector because there are still evaluations process. From all sources, IDX Channel.
Soon enough, Buyung Putra Sembada will conduct a stock split. The stock split will go with a ratio of 1:4, as it was agreed by shareholders at the extraordinary general meeting. The stock split plan with a ratio of 1:4 has secured the blessing of shareholders at the extraordinary general meeting. Budiman Susilo, as director of Buyung Putra Sembada, revealed that currently the company is waiting for its effective date. Budiman said the stock split was carried out to make companies' shares more affordable for investors, especially retail investors. Moreover, the number of retail investors on the stock exchange is currently growing. In addition, the stock split is expected to boost Hoki's stock liquidity to be better. And step aside from market condition as coronavirus pandemic takes big role on current economic situation. And here is an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market lines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business and capital market channel. I'm Wicky Adrian. Have a nice evening and stay safe.